Look at verse 2 of Daniel chapter 7. We looked at verse 1 yesterday, and verse 2 reads, says, Daniel spoke, saying, so Daniel's had a vision in his head. That's what we looked at in verse 1. And it began now to say the vision he had in his head, which he had written down, and he's now saying it, right? He had a vision in his head, he wrote it down, and he's now saying what he had written down in concerning the vision in his head, right? So he had a vision in his head, he wrote it down, and he's now reading what he wrote down. And he said, Daniel spoke, saying, I saw in my vision by night. And that's important when you talk about the vision by night. When it comes to revelation, there are three types of vision, right? There's a vision by day, there's a vision by night, and there's what we call an open vision, right? Those are the three types of revelatory visions that we have, right? A vision by day is, or let's start with a vision by night, which is the smallest and easiest and lowest type of vision, is the vision by night, right? Because the vision by night is kind of close to the dream that we all have. Everybody gets a dream, right? There's nobody that ever lives that doesn't dream. Everybody gets a dream, right? The Bible tells us that out of the multitude of the business of a day, someone dreams. So the easiest way by which we dream is because of what we occupy ourselves with during the day. Not every dream is revelatory, right? We all dream, but not all dreams are revelatory. The easiest way by which we have a dream is by the business of a day, what we occupy our mind with, right? Kind of recollects itself when we're sleeping. It rolls back in our mind, and we call it a dream, right? Another way by which we have a dream, it's interference of a devil, right? We could have an interference of a devil, and even though it's a bit seemingly revelatory, seemingly supernatural, but it's not necessarily of God, right? And obviously we know that God also uses dream in talking to us, right? But God doesn't talk to everyone with dream. God has not guaranteed everyone that you will talk to everyone with a dream. God does not talk to everyone with a dream, has not guaranteed we'll talk to everyone with a dream, but God does use dreams. Well, not necessarily for everyone, right? But it's the most common way by which God talks to his people in a revelatory manner, right? We have several examples in the Bible, right? We have Joseph, Solomon, we have the Pharaoh's servants that Joseph interpreted to, we have Nebuchadnezzar himself, we have Pharaoh himself, we have different people, right? God uses to talk to both believers, unbelievers, prophets, non-prophets. Everybody gets a chance at that level. It's the lowest level of revelation by vision. All right. Then the next level is what we call a vision of the day. Right. The difference between the vision of the night and the vision of a day is that it's the vision itself that causes you to seemingly sleep or become unconscious of the physical realm, right? And the vision of a night, you knock off and sleep, right? Then when you knock off and sleep, you get the vision. In the vision of a day, that vision itself knocks you off, right? So it might be in the day, it might be at night, but it's called a trance, not a dream. It's a trance, not a dream. A trance is a place whereby we fall into a seeming dream that is occasioned by the trance itself. And that's the difference between what Peter saw and the dream. Peter was hungry while waiting for the food. In the afternoon, he fell asleep or he fell into a trance, right? The physical realm was knocked off and he began to see into the spirit. He was sailing into one realm, right? He was sailing into the spirit, and we saw that he saw that God brought food down, took it up, but was seeing that, but he was occasioned by the trance to fall into a sleep. So we'll call that the vision of the day. It's a higher level of vision than the vision of the night. And is a much smaller set of people who get the benefit or the privilege to be in that also, right? The vision of the night, a whole lot more people. Vision of the day is a much smaller set of people that God uses that to talk to, right? Just knocks off the physical realm and opens your heart to the spirit world. And the last type of vision is what we call an open vision, right? In an open vision, you are sensitive to the two worlds at the same time. You don't lose sight of your physical realm. you're very conscious of the physical realm, yet you can see into the spirit at the same time. Right? That's what we call an open vision. You see both realms at the same time. A vision of a night or a vision of a